What's going on, Army sports car racing fans? We are here at Silverstone for the Silverstone Festival. But unlike the F1, we are not just here to spectate. No, no, no. We are here to participate. There he is. Hey, Will. Say hello. Hi. That's right. Will has brought down the Sunvit-D3 Army F430 to race in the
Masters GT Trophy.
Masters GT Trophy. Are you ready for the weekend?
This is a humongous step up. Absolutely unreal.
It's going to be an interesting weekend. We're here to participate, not just spectate, here on the international circuit for the Silverstone Festival.
Show what the Army's made of.
Here we go. Yeah. Enjoy. Let's do a little bit of a grid walk about the competition that Will is going to be up against. As you can see, there's Lamborghinis, other Ferraris, we've got M3s, we've got an Aston Martin here, we've got Porsches aplenty. But here he is, Will's right here. There he is, good to go over here. What else we've got? We've got M3s, we've got GT Cup Cars, more Porsches. We've got a Ferrari, I think it's either a 458 or a 488, I think it's a 458 here. We've got an Alfa Romeo coming in, we've got a Janetta car, another Aston Martin, and then we've got some big wigs, some serious stuff down the bottom end here. Another Huracan over here, another Aston Martin over here, another Huracan here, and of course we've got a whole eclectic mix of other insane cars. We'll be going up against Will, but I think the Sunvit-D3 Army F430 should be on point. I think he's going to surprise a lot of people in this series. So yes, a few familiar cars here, but also I think Will is definitely going to be taking the fight. It's going to be good. Oh wow, this is genuinely incredible and quite a serious grid. Yeah, but Will, he's got it in the bag, absolutely no doubt. Wow. Silverstone Festival. Will, quickly!
Oh my god.
How are you feeling?
Just look at this grid.
It's insane, I've just done a quick grid walk. It's bonkers!
So cool. So cool.
Oh my god, mate, if you don't beat that challenge, I think there's a 360 challenge car there.
Oh, 360 is easy, Kat.
Easy, buddy, mate! Will, come on, 10 seconds, how are you feeling?
I'm a little bit apprehensive. This is obviously quite a big deal for us, so I just want the car to perform, I want to perform, put on a good show for everyone. But if all goes well, I think we'll do quite well.
You've got it in the bag, mate. Qualifying, let's get it done. Stay safe, bro. Boom.
should have learned the track. Me.
How's he feeling? Come on, mate. Come on, Will. Give it a quick. I know you're getting out of your seat, but come on. How you feeling?
confused. Oh my god! Like,
Running with the big guns.
yeah, the car's fine. Just me in that one, big time in me. Like, definitely should have read the briefing notes a bit more. Realised we was not on the layout I thought we were. Oh god! But I've never raced that layout before, so like trying to learn that new section is just mad when you're actually trying to qualify the car. So yeah, what I really wanted was to be able to follow people through that section, but I just was always on my own when I came to it, so I just couldn't work it out. But during the race I had people to follow, so just follow the leader and I'll try and keep up.
He'll be alright, won't he? He's always good. He'll always be alright, but yeah. Wow, what a great start. Great start. Right then, little catch up with team principal Ted.
Hiya.
How are you doing? Dan Tedson.
I'm having a
Ted Danson.
I'm having a great day as of all the team, I think.
Oh, I mean this is.
It's a lovely weekend for racing, isn't it?
I think from the word go, can we argue this is? Oh wait. Stop it. Very naughty. So day one, Ted. Day one. Qualifying, a good day so far.
Yeah, absolutely. So qualifying, we've just finished qualifying now, middle of the afternoon. Obviously the lads have been setting the car up all morning, doing some tinkering with the car, setup and what have you. Will's just set out a 30-minute qualifier, find ourselves middle of the pack, really good. Nice. Massively punching above our weight at the minute. You would have seen all the cars out here. We are covered in absolute motorsport history around us.
It's incredible.
And they're all in the same series. So we find ourselves P19 of 35 or 36, I think it is. Loads more time to be gained because the track layout is slightly different to what we thought it was, which is a failing on our part. We should have really read this thing properly. We took it for granted that it was what we usually do, not something completely different. But yeah, loads of time to gain. We're in a good place and it's going to be a great race tomorrow.
Awesome.
2 races tomorrow.
Good old Ted, thank you Ted. Thank you for your time, as always. I'm sure there'll be more from you this weekend.
Oh, I hope so. Got a face for the radio, I mean the camera, I mean the radio.
On the before this little shot, the guys practicing the tyre changes. Ted, team principal, why are the guys doing this now? You know, what's the importance of this practice routine?
The army does dry drills as a standard sort of thing throughout anything you do. You don't go into a battle with doing things that you've never tried before, and that's exactly what we're bringing to this party here. We pride ourselves on being a really professional pit and support crew, and we only are that because we look the part and we conduct ourselves accordingly. Yeah. So we drill ourselves to death in the same way that an F1 team are. Yeah. Because we've only got 60 seconds in a pit stop. So we've got 60 seconds to change all 4 wheels potentially and do any sort of niggles that needs to be done. So getting all 4 corners of the car and swapped over needs to be really slick if we want to have any sort of performance advantage within a race. Because literally in a race, 1 or 2 seconds could mean first to 10th. Yeah, and you know, we have to be absolutely on the ball for it. So that's why we smash the guys to 10 or more times during the course of the weekend, just to make sure everyone is skilled and drilled and everyone knows what they're doing and there's no flapping.
And of course, well, those who weren't going to be taking part, but now have got to jump in. Everyone knows that role, that stepping up, that one up.
No, exactly. You know, Will's the driver of the car, but we have a very, very well drilled and super talented support team. That if they weren't here and doing all this at the standard that they do it, we just wouldn't be anywhere on the grid that we are. Yeah, we punch above our weight because of Will being a good driver, but more importantly, the support crew absolutely screwing the nut on every single occasion.
Awesome.
Yeah, really good.
Thanks, Ted. Cheers. it is race time. The cars on the grid, lined up, the competition here. I think Will has qualified 19, so it should be quite an interesting race today. The cars he is going up against, I mean, as you can see, we've got Ferraris, Porsches, same as yesterday for that qualifying, that same lineup. But I think Will's got it in the bag today. I think we're going to impress quite a lot of people. He's going to make waves, as he always does in that Ferrari. This grid is incredible. Porsches, Ferraris, Lamborghinis. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But there he is, ready to go. The car is here, it's ready, it's waiting. It's looking good, I think. Should be alright, it should be good. We've got a few M3s as well. The Aston Martins as well are ready to go. But yes, overall, should be a good race, and we wish Will every ounce of luck. He won't need it, but it should be good. Let's do it. I don't know how quickly we'll be able to catch him, but let's see if we can get him. Will, very quickly. How are we feeling, bro? This is it.
Top of the world, boys.
Top of the world, boys. How you feeling?
Yeah, good, good.
You ready?
Hope the weather holds out, eh?
Let's hope so.
Or maybe we pay for rain, who knows?
Who knows? Right, stay safe, stay strong.
Just on time.
Ben, come on, mate, come on.
All good, yeah, mate, slick.
Slick, Ricky Bobby, mate.
No, it was decent, yeah. It was decent, yeah. Happy with that.
Nice.
Good, man. We couldn't have done any better than that, so you know.
Mate, while you're still pumping, adrenaline's still there, what's going on?
Just consistent good pace, which was all we could really do there. We were in the 210s, we've never gone that fast before. We were sneaking the 209s here and there. I don't know if I bagged any 209s. Not many battles, which was a shame, but just consistently quick and able to have the clear track. Got held up with a bit of traffic. I think we lost actually one place because someone not understanding what a blue flag is, but it's the way it goes sometimes. I don't think I can be much happier. We're like 14th out of it, you know, we punched above our weight, which is what I wanted to do.
That's the first, a big shiny one. William, I love your moustache. I've been ironing it up for a few days. Fantastic, I do like hair. Okay, in G2, in second place, Gary Palmer and Nigel Jenkins.
Okay, here we are, right, we are live. We are doing it. Okay, so here we are in the garage, end of the weekend, Silverstone Festival, done. I've got good old Will Ashmore here, and of course, team principal, Dan Tedston, Ted Danston, whichever you want to call it. Okay, an epic weekend. Would that sum up Silverstone Festival? Who wants to take it first?
It's coming my way, yeah. I mean, wow. First of all, look at the garage we're in. I don't know if you can see anything in the camera right now, but we've got a couple of Le Mans cars from a couple of years ago. Next to us, we've got a couple of MP4 variants, 2 or 3 different types, like Formula 1 cars from the 80s. In and amongst that, loads of other crazy stuff. And we are right bang in the middle of that. We didn't think we would be in this sort of stage, this sort of time. We thought we were probably a year or 2 away from this, but the reality is we're here and we've absolutely dominated what we hope to achieve this weekend. You know, we've been in a class and absolutely done incredible by my standard. We've come top of the class and we've come above the halfway of the entire grid. So
yeah,
it's good.
Will, talk us through from the driver's perspective. You know how it's been for you.
A lot of apprehension.
Yeah, of course.
It's obviously a huge grid, 35 cars, a lot of internationally licensed drivers and international drivers. So the competition level has gone up, and let's not forget this is actually a championship as well. So there's points to be gained. So therefore, the level of competition is always raised.
Yeah.
So yeah, went in very apprehensive. Qualifying, as we said earlier, or yesterday, was a bit of a botch because someone didn't know where he was meant to be going on the track. So, you know, that completely threw my qualifying session out. But I did say, you know, there was definitely time to gain once we learned that last part of the track, and we absolutely did that. We gained almost a second a lap.
And gain you did.
Yeah, so then we went into the race, P19, and yeah, the Masters runs a weird start to the race for safety reasons, where we do a 2x2 rolling start, and then everyone has to filter into single file at full race pace, but no overtaking until turn 4. There was a little bit of confusion on the grid around that, but ultimately it didn't really affect the race.
Yeah, of course.
I think the big disparity between the grid is what you've effectively got is a group of GT4 class cars. We've got one behind us there. This is effectively like a GT4 car. And then the GT3 cars, which are, you know, probably a couple of seconds a lap faster. I think everyone saw at the start of the race, or, you know, as the race started, the pack effectively split into those GT4 and GT3 groups. So what was really cool for us to be punching, we left the GT4 pack dead. Let's not beat around the bush. And we were just nibbling at the back of that GT3 grid. And I was just waiting for little opportunities where there was a 430 GT3 and a Porsche Cup car in a battle, and they were sort of slowing each other down a bit, so I was hoping to have a nibble at them. Unfortunately, traffic just got in the way of us. We did still take a few places.
You went from 19th to 15th?
Well, we finished P14 overall.
Yeah, okay.
First in class and first of the entire group of like GT4, we'll call it that, which is G1 in Masters terms. Pit stop, boys, absolutely
the guys
it again.
Nailed it.
Absolutely nailed it. We, well, there's not much to say about it really. It was just a professional pit stop. We came in, done the stop, lads done the checks, dropped the car, and we was back out again. We gained 2 places in the pit stop alone.
Brilliant.
And that's really where, and I'll always drive this like it's a team sport. And that just proved that, because those boys gained us 2 places on the grid. That wasn't down to the driver or the car. That was teamwork.
Yeah, and that's what you were talking about earlier, wasn't it, Ted? When we had that conversation about talking about drilling those practices, drilling those stops, drilling those tyre changes, and it paid dividends in today's race.
Yeah, 100%. You know, I laboured on the point of rock drills, essentially what we refer to them in the military. You know, doing things dry without the operational output of it. That is what sets us apart from most other teams. You know, we absolutely. You know, an hour before the race, we did 5 or 6 dry runs of changing wheels because the weather was looking quite inclement. We didn't know if we had to do a wet wheel change during the race, and we've got a couple of people who have not actually worked on this car previously, and we just need to make sure they're up to speed. And the payout of that is that we absolutely nail to the absolute millisecond almost pit stop, and that is what gains us the slight advantage over some of the other teams. We pride ourselves massively on being professional in everything that we try and do, because that is the finest of margins that sets you from potentially P10 to P1, and you know, we were rewarded well from that today. Will, fantastic drive throughout, you know, set the pace straight off from lap 1 pretty much, you know, lap 1 or 2 straight onto his qualifying pace from yesterday, and then pretty much maintained it within half a second all throughout. And then that was backed up by the support crew, the pit crew guys doing millisecond to the point pit stop. It all plays a part. Will is a big cog of that whole part, but the support crew here today, this weekend, you know, they've done a fantastic job, as well as the driver. So, you know, we can't praise them enough. And if they weren't here, and we've got good depth in our support team, you know, like I said, we've got a couple of new guys here, but our usual sort of stalwarts from the sort of GT endurance side of the team aren't here because they're deployed operationally and doing various other army type jobs. So luckily we've got the depth to maintain what we're trying to achieve through this race series. So, you know, fantastic weekend throughout.
Yeah, and I think, you know, like I say, just another big shout to the team, everyone involved. You know, obviously, Will, you know, you're the driver on that, you're the one behind the steering, but like you say, it can't happen without every member of the team, and they obviously came through. But on that one as well, Silverstone Festival is better than the F1 weekend, surely. You know, if as a car enthusiast. What a weekend. You know, there is literally something for everyone.
Yeah, as long as you don't mind losing your hearing over the course of the weekend. This garage has just been endless noise of at least 100 decibels, but well, it's all part of it, and we've loved it. I think like one thing I really want to press was like the MO of this weekend, which was pushing the army into the professional space as much as possible and really displaying how good we are at punching above our weight and how professional we really are, and we've absolutely nailed that this weekend, and that's credit to absolutely everyone on the team. Really keen to be able to do that, and there's a lot of pressure coming here, and you know, because the car could have a mechanical failure, I could have a mechanical mind bend on not knowing the track. You know, so many things can go wrong, and it was a rare in motorsport perfect weekend for us.
And this goes on to that point. You know, we've had some highs and lows this team. You know, we talk about the Commodore last season where it's caught fire. That was meant to be a big weekend, and it just went south. But there's been a lot of those things haven't worked out well. You know, we don't want to talk about Brands Hatch again. You know, a few weekends ago. It's another conversation for another day. But again, it's those lows, and then all of a sudden, when it all comes together, it comes together.
Nothing more to say.
That's a fair one. I don't really.
Absolutely right. It's and it exactly what I just said before. Like it's just us demonstrating we've got the power behind us to do it. We just shine above and beyond some other very professional teams around us, and everyone's noticed as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very key.
Yeah.
The consistency of like engagement with the public that we've done all weekend. You know. It's the kind of natural thing in these race weekends where the public aren't really allowed in the garages around the professional teams, and that's kind of been the case along here. Not so much to the extent of like a big race weekend, but like we had fences at the back saying no access to public. That we didn't put those up, obviously, but any public that were there, and we were out there talking to them, we'd bring them in, show them around the car, get them inside the car. You know, it's all for us. It's part of it being able to share something that's very special to us. You know, this weekend is just a huge step up to anything we've ever done before, like massively, and it's took a big drive to get us here, and hopefully it's another step towards paving that way to the future for more of this.
Yeah, if I can just elaborate on that a little bit. We are here to perform. We're not here just to make up the numbers and get involved. We
Yeah.
have big aspirations to do some real cool stuff, some very spicy racing in the future. Whether we get there or not is, you know, a whole different conversation, but we are doing everything we can to be as professional as possible to leapfrog us to, you know, potentially long endurance racing, 12, 24-hour racing. Whether that's Le Mans or not, who knows? That's a lot of luck. But, you know, we are here and let's make no bones about it, we invited a lot of VIPs to this event. We wanted to showcase what we can do to lots of people that have access to money that can support us. And I think, you know, we couldn't have had a better weekend to do that. We have performed in every avenue. We've got what we're doing here in the garage on the other side of the circuit. We've also got, you know, a big recruiting not recruiting, but like showing opportunities within the military, and motorsport is an opportunity you can do if you have a passion for it. We are very widespread in this environment, and I don't think we could have done any more than what we've done. And I know for a fact that some of the key stakeholders that are invested in our team are going to walk away impressed with what we've achieved this day, because this is arguably one of the highest things we've done. You know, I know we've won an endurance race series previously last year, which was really great. You know, that was phenomenal, long season slog. But as a pinnacle of the level of competition and the type of machinery that we're using, this weekend is, you know, there's 150, 200,000 people here. We've never raced in front of that many people before.
Yeah.
And to do that is just another level.
Yeah.
And we want more of it.
Absolutely.
We just want more of it. Hungry.
We want more.
We
Hungry
want
for more.
more of it because it is intoxicating.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's naughty. It's naughty.
It
It's
really
just
is.
naughty.
So overall, I think the theme here is big successful weekend. Team came together. The Sunvit-D3 Army F430. She came through, and just overall a great weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Final words.
Final words.
I mean, for me, like, thanks to the team
Yeah.
and to you, mate, for like
Yeah.
you really put in the hours. You've got terabytes of footage to dig through from this weekend.
It's bad, isn't it?
So looking
Yeah,
forward to that.
yeah.
Looking forward to this excellent vlog.
Yeah, and this is. I mean, we're at the end of the video, so hopefully you've enjoyed what's happened. So
And like I say, thanks to the team. That, you know, these guys put themselves out there every time, giving their own time and money and effort to do this. Thanks to Sunvit and all the other sponsors who help us to get here. We always need that. We wouldn't be here without that.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be without you. Wouldn't be without the team, and wouldn't be out here with Big Dad Ted, TP.
More importantly, we wouldn't be here without you personally financing most of
yeah,
You know, we play a small cog in that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
If you didn't have this car and
Yeah.
have the same drive and passion to want to do this, we wouldn't be doing this.
No.
You know, and you put a lot of self-sacrifice on the line, finance and personal time to enable this, and that is not lost on anyone. At least no one in the team, because we see it firsthand. But now we've shown it to our various sponsors and stakeholders, etc. exactly how much goes of your personal effort and time and finance into this. And on behalf of the whole team, as the team principal, appreciate the amount that you put into it, because it is, without that we wouldn't be doing this. And so, you know, some dreams won't be achieved if you weren't putting that self-sacrifice in. So getting a bit deep and emotional there.
Yeah, a bit.
But I just want to say, you know, we are all mostly coming towards the end of our career, which is a sad thing, but we hope to achieve some big stuff in the next couple of years.
Yeah.
Go out on a bang and have a great time.
Yeah,
Have a
this is
blessed
it.
time. Yeah.
So that really can kind of like wraps up this, you know, quite a long episode here with Army Sports Car Racing. However, it's probably one of our biggest events. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's video. Let us know kind of like your thoughts on the weekend. If you were at Silverstone Festival, let us know in the comments down below. As always, a big shout out to the marshals and all the volunteer staff that make these weekends happen. You know, without the marshals, without the volunteers, we can't even go racing. So huge thank you to them. Of course, the team, Will, Ted, you know, everyone getting involved. It's a huge thing. But yes, thank you so much for watching. As always, I've been Staff Sergeant Dan Morton. This has been Staff Sergeant Dan Tedson, Sergeant Will Ashmore. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.